Greetings from Cairo, Egypt. It is my great pleasure and honor to speak to you today with this amazing panel of speakers who have got together from all around the world with one message: to uplift your optimism. Thank you for attending. Last year, my wife came to me, all excited. She says, I've been offered a new job in Cairo, Egypt. I said, Cairo, Egypt? Are you sure you want to go there? That's Africa. She says, yes. I told her, aren't you happy with your current job, which you've been doing for the last 12 years? And they like you too. In fact, everybody supports you there. She says, no, I think I want a new challenge. And I want to go a place where they need me. And somehow I know Cairo needs me. I said, have you asked our family members? Have you spoken to your father? Let me talk to my father and tell him this. So we both spoke to our parents. It's common for Indian families to talk to each other, even if you are a married person with kids who are 25 and 16. So both of them asked us, why do you want to leave Singapore? Aren't you comfortable living in one of the most amazing countries in the world? I said, my wife says she wants to be challenged and she doesn't feel challenged right now. So they said, okay, fine, whatever suits your needs, follow. So I told my wife, fine, let's do it. I said, this will be the first time you'll be moving for me, so I want to support you 100%. So what kind of support do you need? She said, fine. As long as you get me there by August, I'll be fine because the job starts in August. I said, done. Not knowing this pandemic will cause the whole world to go havoc. Time came, we were supposed to move towards July. But by the time June, all flights were cancelled. There were no flights leaving Singapore. Then she was scared. She said, if I don't get to report by August and I've already left my current job, what will happen? I said, don't worry, I'll find a way to get us there. The original flights we were booked were from Saudi Arabia, which had finally cancelled their flights all the way till September. So there was no way to get to Cairo by August. So me and my son both tried to get on new flights booked. And we found a way. That was to fly from Singapore to London on a 16-hour flight and then sit in transit for 9 hours before we get on another flight going to Cairo. So I told my wife, this is the plan. She said, are you sure? But aren't there high infection rates right now in England? I said, as long as we take precautions, we should be fine, because that's all you need to do. So we booked our flights, all excited, we packed everything, and we got on our new journey. A journey which was full of challenges, because it started with a big challenge of getting there even. So how many of you are currently facing challenges? Living through fear, isolation. How many people have not gone out since the pandemic started? I know quite a few. In fact, I know quite a few who died also. My family may have died. And I feel sad too. But let's pray for their best. But life is not all about this. It's all about learning from this current experience. So what are you learning? Think about it. What are you learning? Most people are afraid. In fact, so many of my friends and people I know are scared. They're scared to die. I told them, why are you afraid to die? Haven't you lived a full life already? They say, no, there's so much more to do. I say, calm down. Let's work on some things. Do you love yourself? How many of you can say that? Go to a mirror right now and stare in it. Say, I, so and so, love myself. And do this for 10 times. See how many of you can actually do it unconditionally. It's very difficult to love ourselves because somehow we believe that our surroundings decide who we are. It's not about us, it's about what others think about us that matters nowadays. Look at all this social media, all about the likes. How many likes do you get a day? Matters for most. I know quite a few of those people. Once I was like that too. Before Facebook was there, I expected people to love me. I grew up quite wealthy and I made a quite big of name. But then what happened? I fell into some kind of burnout. I was working too hard, not spending enough time with my family. I was lost. Eventually I became so restless that I wanted to kill myself because I felt I had lived all that I wanted to live. So what do you do next? But thank God, after a few attempts of suicide, I was able, with the support of my family, to find a new calling. I went on a journey, a self-discovery journey, to find myself. And this journey lasted for a very long time. And I hope none of you have to go through these kind of self-discovery journeys, because they're no easy task for many. It's a big challenge out there, especially now with this new pandemic where so many people have lost their jobs. So many people are looking for meaning. Yes, meaning. If you don't have meaning right now, you must be feeling miserable. In fact, you must be feeling like you're living through hell. Hell that is torturing you, making you unbreathable. So what are you going to do about it? You could be scared and hide in a corner and wait for the day to come when you die. Or you can take this opportunity to find yourself. Find that identity that you wanted to be, the true self that people keep talking about. What is a true self? It's a self that is unconditionally happy with you, not the person you are that looks for people to love you. If you can't love yourself, how can you love others in this life? Think about it again. Life is no easy task. I understand that. It was never meant to be easy. We were all blessed this life to learn from it, to evolve, to expand. So if you're not expanding, then why are you living? Think about that again. Life's all about learning, expanding, and it's all about loving ourselves. Because self-love is a crucial element here. Once we can say we love ourselves, the world becomes a beautiful place. Everything seems amazing. Nothing seems hard. Nothing seems out of place. So that's the kind of thing. How often do you say to yourself, I love myself? How often do you say thank you? How often you smile? These are all important, crucial elements of life. And the more often you say all these things, you'll be happy. You'll be so happy that nothing will bother you. In fact, I know many people, including myself, right now are at bliss because we don't see this pandemic as anything more than a time for us to reflect, go even deeper, go find even deeper meaning to our lives, and help as many people all around the world to find that true calling, find that true essence why they are here. I'm here to help you, and I'm more than happy to connect with you later after this speech, to support you and guide you too, because I want to save that time that I spent looking for myself, a time that is very, very hard. It's like going through hell, and I don't want anybody to go through hell to find themselves. Life's all about you, so love yourself first before you love others. Because if you love others without loving yourself, that will be conditional, because you're only loving them because you expect them to love you back. And the whole idea of loving others is to love them unconditionally, without any expectations. All great relationships are based on self-love, then loving them. If you love somebody just because they are a certain way, or they behave in a certain way, or they do things the way you like them to do, then what's the point of that kind of love? Think about it. Think about the way your mother loved you. Did she really have expectations when she loved you? In most cases, no. Our mothers love us because they bore us. They brought us to life. They love us because we are the true children that they have brought into life. So think about these things. Think about it. I'll teach you some simple skills. There are 4 elements or 4 pillars of self-love. The first one is gratitude. How thankful are you that you have been blessed with this life, that you're blessed to wake up this morning to do something good, not only for yourself, but for others. Think about this. Think about how good this life is all about. You are healthy. You are right now in the best shape you can be. So look at it. The other one is acceptance, which is self-love. Accept yourself before you start accepting others. Because without you, there's nothing else. You are the most crucial element. The third one is the truth. Stop lying to yourself. If you have problems, seek help. Seek help of your loved ones, your family members, anybody that you feel will be non-judgmental, there to help you. And if you can't find anybody else, I am there for you. Find me and connect with me on social media. I will help you through this period. It's all about united we are and strong we stay. The last one is empathy. If you are already self-loving, then you love yourself unconditionally. Why not go help others find themselves? Come with me on a journey. Let's do this together. Because as one man, I can only help so many people. But united together, we can help so many more people. Think of that. And for those who are going through this difficult period of life, start some reflective exercises. Start a journal. Write about all the difficult things that are happening to you during the day. And then take the time to pray or seek help from the divine or that spiritual energy that resides within us. Believing in ourselves requires strength and courage. At the same time, we have to contribute to help others. That's how we build more gratitude for ourselves. That's how we are more accepting. That's how we understand the truth of life. Because the truth is we are here to learn and learn to be better people, better citizens. And this whole period of the pandemic has come about us so we could expand and learn new things, learn to be better human beings, better human family members, or better human friends. So take this time, understand yourself, go find yourself. So what, you lost a job? Go do something that you really wanted to do when you were young. Maybe you were not given this golden opportunity before, and now you have this opportunity. Go reflect and connect with your true self in the sense that find that purpose, that true calling. Maybe you wanted to be a bartender, so be it. I know you might not have been happy with your bank job or airline job or whatever job you might have lost. I know many people are let go or people are being furloughed. But see, furlough jobs are almost as good as being fired. How long are you going to wait before you are given back a job which might not even pay you the full salary that you were getting before? I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to place you in the right mindset so you can go and find something new to do. Now is the time. Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is only for those who are not there, who are not going to do anything now. And seek help. If you need help, seek help. There are a lot of professional people right now offering free help online, and their intentions are pure. Find somebody who's there to help you, not there to make a buck out of you during this pandemic. I am here, and I'm sure all the people that are speaking today are here for you too. So connect with any one of us. We are here to uplift your spirits, and we want to make you more optimistic. And if you have any questions, connect with me on social media. I'm here. And there are amazing videos out there that I've posted before. I've spoken at many TEDx talks. And I don't want to repeat all those things right now because I prefer to help you. So I'll teach you a simple exercise which you can do every morning. It takes teeth and 2 fingers, and you press like this and smile in front of a mirror. Smile is a great way to start our mornings. And then the second step is take some time to reflect. Sit in some peace for 10 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes. That's all it's required. There's some great exercises online available. If not, connect with me and I will connect you with some of these amazing videos. and then go look out. After this kind of meditative exercise, go to nature. Walk bare feet on grass. It is very, very powerful to connect with nature because nature can absorb all the negative energy that's stuck in our body. And take deep breaths. Breathe the fresh air out there because we are collecting toxins of all sorts when we are indoors. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Isn't that amazing? Don't you feel happy already? The whole idea is thinking positive requires us to start and have the right mindset, the right behaviors. That's how we are going to make ourselves stronger and make a bigger impact in life. So go make that contribution. Support somebody. Like I do this every morning. I go in the morning, I see all these cats walking around, I feed them food. And they get so excited because they also feel self-love. Self-love is important. When we help others, somehow the self-love is uplifted because we are doing it unconditionally. So I'd like to thank you for listening to me. It's been my great pleasure, and I love to connect with you. And please, have a great, safe year. Thank you. Stay safe. Namaste.